Have you ever felt like your mind just won't stop racing? Like your thoughts are running wild, dragging you through regrets of the past and worries about the future? That was exactly how Ethan, a 24-year-old man from a quiet mountain town, felt every day. His mind was like a storm, loud, restless, and exhausting. He couldn't sleep, couldn't focus, and had even forgotten how to smile. Burdened by constant overthinking, Ethan longed for peace, but had no idea how to find it. One day, he heard stories about a wise old man named Mr. Whitaker, a former city psychologist who had moved to a distant village in the hills to live close to nature. It was said that Mr. Whitaker helped people find peace within themselves. With growing hope, Ethan set off on a journey to meet the old man, hoping that, just maybe, he could finally learn how to calm his mind and rediscover the stillness he had lost long ago. After several long and tiring days, Ethan finally arrived at the quiet hilltop village. Nestled among the trees was a small cottage, covered in ivy and blooming flowers. On the front porch sat Mr. Whitaker, his eyes closed, face calm like a still lake. Gathering his courage, Ethan stepped forward and spoke softly. "Sir, my mind is always restless. I can't stop thinking. I just want peace." Mr. Whitaker opened his eyes, gave a warm smile, and nodded. "If you truly seek peace," he said gently, "then begin with this simple task." He led Ethan to the garden and filled a glass of water all the way to the brim. Not a single drop more could fit. "Now," he said, handing Ethan the glass, "walk to the edge of the village and return, but don't spill a single drop." Though surprised, Ethan agreed. He held the glass steady and stepped carefully onto the narrow, winding road. Around him, life buzzed, children playing, shopkeepers calling, dogs barking, but Ethan didn't look up. His entire focus was on keeping that glass still. Every step was deliberate, every breath controlled. When he finally returned, not a drop spilled, Mr. Whitaker asked, "Did you notice the children playing? The noise around you?" Ethan shook his head. "No, sir. I only saw the water." Mr. Whitaker smiled, and in that moment, your mind was calm. That's the power of full presence. Mr. Whitaker looked kindly at Ethan and said, "Do you see now what happened?" Ethan nodded slowly, still catching his breath. The old man continued, "When your entire focus was on that glass of water, your mind had no room for worry, regret, or fear. You weren't thinking about the past. You weren't anxious about the future. You were fully here, in the present moment. And that, my boy, is where peace lives." Ethan stood silently, the weight of those words sinking in. He realized that for the first time in years, his thoughts hadn't been racing. He hadn't replayed old mistakes or imagined worst-case scenarios. His mind had been still, like a quiet pond. It wasn't the village, the glass, or even the task that brought him peace. It was his attention to the now. "Peace isn't something you chase out there," Mr. Whitaker added, placing a hand gently on Ethan's shoulder. "It's already within you. But to feel it, you must empty your mind, let go of what was, and stop clinging to what might be. Stay present, and peace will meet you." Ethan bowed his head with deep respect. As he began his journey home, the sunset bathed the path in golden light. But something inside him had shifted. He was no longer the same restless young man. He carried a calm heart and the simple, powerful lesson that peace begins the moment we stop trying to find it elsewhere. As Ethan made his way down the winding path toward home, something felt different, lighter. The trees swayed gently in the breeze. The fading sun painted the sky with soft gold, and for the first time in a long while, Ethan noticed it all. The noise inside his head, the constant worry, the restless overthinking had gone quiet. He was no longer racing through memories of his past mistakes, or obsessing over what the future might hold. Instead, he simply walked, one step at a time, with a calm heart and clear mind. Back in his village, the familiar sounds of daily life surrounded him. Children laughing, neighbors chatting, dogs barking. But they no longer overwhelmed him. He smiled gently at each face he passed, feeling a connection he hadn't noticed before. Everything was the same, yet everything felt new. Ethan now carried a gift no one else could see. The understanding that peace wasn't something to be earned or found in some distant place. It had been within him all along. He had only needed to empty his mind, just as Mr. Whitaker had shown him, and be fully present in the moment. That night, for the first time in months, Ethan slept peacefully. No racing thoughts, no worries, just stillness. And when he awoke, he was ready to live, not from the weight of yesterday or the fear of tomorrow, but from the quiet strength of now. We often search for peace in distant places, believing it's somewhere outside us, in a quieter town, a slower day, or a better life. But as Ethan learned from his quiet journey with Mr. Whitaker, true peace is not found in the absence of noise, but in the stillness within. By focusing completely on the present, just like he did with that glass of water, Ethan realized that he didn't need to change the world around him to feel. Life lesson. No matter your age or how far you've walked in life, peace is always available, right here, in this moment. It isn't about forgetting the past or ignoring the future. It's about learning to breathe, smile, and simply be right where you are. If this story touched your heart, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share how you find peace in your day. And if you'd like more stories like this, to uplift your spirit, subscribe to our channel and join a community that believes in the quiet strength within us all. Stay present. Stay peaceful. You are never too old to find your calm.